Yes.
So in that case, we're gonna hand things over to Nathan. He's got a performance, and then he'll do our closing toast.
All right. You only get a sample
So Nathan,
of this new
give
paradoki.
us a sample.
Okay. Are you guys ready to go to church? Are you ready to go to church? I hope you're ready to go to church. Beloved, we are gathered here today to discuss the greatest versus game that there is, Apex Legends. Amen. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could choose somebody. You know, not everybody has got leveled like you. But I gotta think twice before I give my choice away. And you know this only game I play, cause you play it too. Ooh, but I need some time with that sleek woman. Time to play a match before I finish up my chores. When the squad drops down with hyped emotion, well, it takes a skilled man, baby, and I'm spawning you a door, cause I got to have Wraith. I gotta have Wraith. Got to have Wraith, the Wraith, the Wraith. I gotta have Wraith, the Wraith, the Wraith. Alright, that's the sample.
Oh, verse 2. Come on.
No. I've been finished. No! It's not finished, because then you just hear the original. And that's no fun. Never! I mean, not now! Sometime. Not never, not now. Yes. Coming this summer to a campfire near you is you gotta have Wraith.
When the world is decimated by a meteor.
Dun dun dun.
Come to a campfire.
I was expecting a movie not that. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have to admit to a bit of a humble brag, because the story is partly inspired by conversations I had, that it was kind of it points at kind of the lesson behind it, and so I can't help it. I'm not trying to prop myself up. It just ended up that way. But the toast is still going to be to people with this particular trait, which by that paradoki, you probably know what it is. It's obviously not Wraith. But if you haven't figured it out by now yet, you can kind of figure out it's going to be part of a triple whammy. So if you guys remember a few weeks back, I did hope, and then I also did one about overcoming. So what happens or when your hopes have obstacles, and you got to overcome those obstacles. Before you overcome, what do you need? Does anyone know? Can I get a witness in here?
Money?
Yeah. Yes. You need a soundboard. That's what you need. But you need faith. Or put it another way, you need trust. So, yeah. So who can you trust? Who you can put your faith in to get you over those obstacles? And Leroy and
100%.
But trust. There's three components to trust, and this is where people often misplace their trust because someone doesn't have all three. You need the competence, you need the ability, and you need the intent. And if there's any missing of those three, you can't really trust someone. Like my mom's dentist. You know, he's getting on in age, so his mind is still there, and his intent is still there. He's he wants to help, but his hands are starting to shake, and so he's losing his ability. And so, can you really trust him to do a good job, even though he's been your dentist for decades? But there's a sabotage in the trust just from that one aspect. And so where it kind of leads into what's happened over the past few weeks is I've had a number of interesting conversations with friends I haven't heard from for in a while. And where we left off was, they were telling me their hopes for the future, and I didn't want to be a damper on their hopes. But, I was telling them, okay, here's how it's going to be going down. And so you're going to have to adjust your expectations. And so that's not what everyone else is telling them. And so it was kind of an awkward way to end, the conversation for the night. I didn't want to be a downer, but, that's just the situation. So anyway, so months later, as the whole situation unpacks, and they're having to overcome these obstacles, we've picked up where we left off. And so because I've built up that trust, we're able to help move through those obstacles together. And so for tonight's toast is going to be quite simple. It's really to the faithful. It's those that, don't just get caught up in the hype, but they hit all three marks. They put in the time to know their stuff, that they practice, that they're able, they're competent, but mostly of all, and this actually hints at the next week's toast, is their intent is there. There's a loving intent behind it. They want the best for you. So, but before we do the cheers, I just wanted to go with this whole churchy theme. There's this one particular song that when you realize what the guy had to overcome to get this point, it makes the lyrics mean so much more. Otherwise, it just sounds like I've mocked this song so many times, like mock it. But tonight I want to do it seriously. But first, I was just going to tell you the story behind. I'm not sure if anyone has ever heard the name Horatio Spafford. So he was quite wealthy. He had quite a bit of real estate, but he was a kind guy, and just had misfortune after misfortune just slam against him. So first, he had 5 kids, lost his 4-year-old son, and then after that, there's a big Chicago fire that burnt down most of his property. And then his wife and kids were on a ship traveling across the Atlantic, and the rest of his 4 kids died in that ship. And so it's just one thing after another. And this guy had every reason to be miserable, every reason to complain. But so his wife sends him a telegram, like, I'm the only one who survived. So he goes to meet her, and then as he's crossing the Atlantic, they say, well, this is where the ship hit. This is where your family died. And then so this is what he wrote in response to that. I'm just going to do it a cappella, so to emphasize the lyrics. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well with my soul. So that, whatever each of you are going through, I mean, you could choose to just focus on the obstacles in your way that's getting you down. But if you have friends, if you have the relationships, you know, you built up the trust, you built up the faith, you've got someone you can put your faith in, you can get through it. And to that, cheers to the faithful.